Thanks for being around for the keynote lecture. So I'd like to talk a bit about my work in robotics and smart production, but so to say earmarked with a warning that there's something that we need to do in order to bring those ideas to life in the end. We need to deliver to some extent. When I was preparing this lecture, I was thinking a bit where to start, and then I started in 2001. That's my first digital twin. On the left side, we had some CAD data about the rack we were working on in the background, and then we had two Manutech robots, very old ones, from the 90s. And what we did was we were using kinematic simulation in order to learn about what they can do and what they can reach, and then to use those simulations in order to generate direct commands to feed two Linux real-time machines to communicate with the robots and to take over motion control for them. So this is what we did, and as you can see here with this yellow shadow, we were also reading back the status from the robots so that we could compare what we commanded and what we planned, and then the other way around, what we would get as a motion from the real robots. And what we did with it is shown here. So it was some simple kinematic-based two-handed operations and simple manipulations of objects in the rack. So this doesn't include any force control, nothing. It was just relying on the fact that our motions are quite good synchronized, and that this draw is also a bit slobby, so that we can work without or work with it without breaking it. This was in 2001, 2002, maybe. This is a good starting point, because since then, actually, I've been doing more of the same and more of the same. So I was doing the same idea, developing it further, now to the point that people pick it up and say, okay, well, we would call this digital twins, and so several developments popped up over the last few years, which I would describe the ideas or concepts and methodology of smart production. And this fits in quite nicely, from my perspective, into this set of ideas. And I'm going to talk a bit about the technologies and give you some examples of what I did, what we did in Aachen and now in Odense at the University of Southern Denmark. And then the last quarter, I like to look into this environment that we have in Odense, because it's quite unique. We are meeting a lot of companies, and we have a lot of transfer going on between the academia and the industry. But